Hey guys, it's me, Glitch Games, and welcome back to the YouTube video. In today's YouTube video, we're going to be showing you guys how to change your custom jar on your Minecraft server. Now, I get a lot of people asking, especially on the free hosting, which doesn't necessarily have all the jars available for selection. So the first method, obviously, is to go to your server. You go to your, wherever your jar selector is. So we go to your version selector, and then you can obviously select each different version that you have available on here. But this isn't necessarily always fully like, they have a lot of stuff on here. They have Forge, Crazy Craft, Bungee Cord, Paper, and that's the good thing about REVIVENODE. REVIVENODE has all of this stuff on here, but it doesn't necessarily always have all of the options that you can get. So if we actually come over to server jars, which is one of the websites that actually does jars, you can actually go ahead and get all of these different jars. You can get the magma. I don't even know what all of this stuff is really. You've got Bedrock editions. Anyone that asks me if you can host a Bedrock edition server, you just need to download one of these Bedrock edition jars and you're good to go. You've got Paper, Bucket, Spigot. You've got all the vanilla jars, you've got proxies, and if there's a jar, like I see Forge isn't on here, if there's a jar like that, you can just Google it. So if we get the Forge server jar, and there you go, you can literally just go, search up Forge server jar, and download the latest Forge server jar for your Minecraft server. And that's really cool, and all you need to do then is come over to your file management, and as long as you have access to your file management on your server, you can do this on any server. So you come down, you find this thing that says server jar. So this is probably going to be our Spigot jar. I'm actually going to be switching to Paper today. Okay, so coming back over to server jars, we're going to come over to this servers section, or whatever you're trying to download. If you're downloading Bedrock or whatever you're downloading, I'm going to be downloading Paper. So my server runs on 1.14.4. and we're going to come down, get the Paper jar for 1.14.4, and these are always the latest jars that have been released officially. These are updated every single day, and one cool thing about the server jars website is they have an auto updater that you can stick into your server, and you will never have to bother about jars again. As you can see, you can download that and stick it into the server, but we're not going to show you guys how to do that today. But you're going to come down and you're going to download your latest jar. You're going to download, I already have it on my computer, so I'm not going to download that. And so what you do once you've downloaded it is you're going to upload it into your file management. So you're going to stop the server. I can now delete my server.jar now that the server's offline. And I'm going to upload the newly downloaded Paper 1.14.4 jar. As you can see, there it goes. It's going to get uploaded onto your server, and once again, you can do this with any server that gives you file access, which I got a lot of comments about changing the server version or using mods or using Pocket Edition on my video of how to get a free Minecraft server, and you have full access on that. So if anyone's coming from that video, I can assure you can change your jar to anything you want because we have full file access. Okay guys, as you can see, the bar has just finished loading. We've uploaded the Paper 1.14.jar. Now I'm just going to hit this little reload symbol up here on the pterodactyl panel, and that will just reload it there. And now, because of so once you've done this, you've got two options. So you can either come over to where it says allocation settings, actually sorry, not allocation settings, startup parameters, and you can actually change the server jar file from here, or you can actually just rename the jar file to whatever you want. So I'm going to rename that to the jar file that we just downloaded. So that would be the Paper, let me just double check what it's called. The Paper-1.14 jar. So you can either change that there, or if you don't have the option to this, your server's actually going to say server.jar. So I'm just going to update these parameters. If you don't have a page like this on your server, which you might not have that on a cheaper or free server hosting, it'll just be server.jar. And then what you do then is you come over and you rename this file to server.jar, and then that will also work. So, oops, I didn't rename that properly. And you rename that to server.jar, and so that's if you can't change the allocation settings. But if you can change the allocation settings, I highly suggest you do that. So once again, you can see server.jar, and then that's what the server reads when the server starts up. So that's what the server's going to be starting up with, and then you change that, you start up your server, and you're good to go. Okay guys, so now that the jar is fully loaded in, I've actually changed mine back to the 1.13 paper jar because I just realized my server's running on 1.13, so I actually got the wrong version by downloading 1.14. So now that I've got that on there, I'm going to start up the server, and we should be running the 1.13 paper jar. There you go, as you can see, paper jar, and that's how that all works. And so now that should be running the 1.13.2 paper jar. That's really cool. And we're getting some errors here. Just some errors from paper. Everything should just be working fine. Just because of some plugin names that it doesn't like. But other than that, everything is running as it should. Okay guys, now if we jump onto my server and we actually go ahead and we type /about, you'll see that we're now running 1.13 paper, which before I was running Spigot. I had a lot of people commenting in my comment section that I should switch to paper. So here you have it, guys. I've switched to paper. So yeah, paper should hopefully make my server run smoother according to you guys in the comment section. If it breaks, I'm going to blame you guys. No, I won't. Don't kid. I did my research. Paper is better than Spigot, so if you are actually starting a server, I recommend paper. It's actually... it does help with some lag issues, and all your plugins should also still be compatible, so that's really cool. So we've just changed to paper, and that's through serverjars.com, and also changing the server jar, like I said, renaming it to server.jar, and then changing it in the allocation settings. Anyways guys, if there's any questions, make sure to comment them down below. But other than that, make sure you smash the like button and subscribe, turn on post notifications, and we'll see you back next Thursday for another video. Goodbye. Bye.